We are continuing to follow breaking news about the Hinds County deputy who lost his life in the line of duty yesterday in Terry.
It's a tragic story that many of you have been talking about throughout the day. Tonight, we are learning more about that fallen officer. On your screen is Deputy Martin Shields Jr. The 37-year-old was shot and killed while responding to a domestic call on Midway Road in Terry. It happened Sunday evening. Investigators say Shields was shot and killed by 42-year-old Eric Brown. Brown is also accused of shooting two women. They're now listed in stable condition at the University of Mississippi Medical Center.
Now, this is a video of the processional carrying the fallen officer's body. Before working for the Sheriff's Department, Shields worked for the Ridgeland and Jackson Police Departments. He began his career as a correctional officer with MDOC. Shields leaves behind a wife and a 12-year-old daughter. The loss is sending shockwaves throughout the state, especially here in Hinds County. Our Quentin Smith speaks with residents about this tragedy. He joins us live with their reaction. Quentin?
That's right, Howard. This is a loss many people are still trying to process. We're back out here on scene on Midway Road, and this is the home that Deputy Shields was responding to when that domestic disturbance call came in. You can see the windows are shattered, the glass in the windows are shattered, and you can even see bullet holes in the front door. All of this stemming from that fatal shooting yesterday. Everything happening around 6:45. This is video from that scene. People who live nearby tell me alerts were sent out telling them to lock themselves indoors and to be on the lookout for a dangerous male wearing a white shirt carrying a rifle. Residents say they're devastated to hear about this tragedy, but what's even more alarming is the fact that something like this happened so close to home.
I know crime is everywhere, but you don't think of it being right here, this close in the country, where, you know, we have a neighborhood watch group that's active, and thankfully we don't have to use it for much more than lost pets. Stuff like that just doesn't happen out here. And to think that someone capable of shooting an officer like that and other people were right in our backyard is pretty scary.
To know that those that are protecting our community has given their life to keep us safe. And that goes, you just can't put that into words as to how deep that goes, to know that someone has given their life to keep us safe.
Now again, many people are still having a hard time wrapping their minds around this tragedy, including fellow law enforcement officers. Shields served as a corporal with the Ridgeland Police Department. Chief Brian Myers describes Shields as a happy soul, saying although Shields had moved on from RPD, he still has many dear friends in the department. We were all crushed to hear the news of such a tragedy. Now again, investigators say Shields was shot and killed by Eric Brown. Brown was also killed during this shooting, but I want to point out, Brown was no stranger to the law. He was arrested more than 20 times, including on charges of domestic violence and assault charges. I also want to point out at this time, there's still no word on if Brown died due to a self-inflicted gunshot wound or if he was shot by a law enforcement officer. But of course, we're going to continue to follow this developing story and try to get that answer for you. And we'll bring you more details as they become available. But for now, that's the very latest from here in Hinds County. Quentin Smith, 3 on your side.